We didn't do it appropriately, and I have a lot of accusation about the incompetence. DGs, they kept changing them at the Ministry of Health. Ministers, I think tomorrow or after tomorrow they're going to appoint a new one. This is the 6th minister in 3 years and a half. Each minister comes, he wants his friend, colleagues, and so on appointed. You don't have continuity of care. That's absolutely unacceptable. But this one problem is that we had courses at the medical city. I lived with these beautiful buildings, not just beautiful. We have up-to-date video conferencing. We link to Italy regularly from the pediatric hospital. From the main one, we link to American hospitals in Washington and in San Francisco, San Antonio Hospital, something like that. And one of the topic was emergencies. Now, some of my doctors went to Qatar and had the ATLS course, and they came back and we established a course which is not recognized, just informal. And we tried quite a few things, and really people from nearby countries, they put hands to us to help. But the incompetency was just dreadful. And because, unfortunately, appointing the wrong person for political reason, or because you are my group or this group or that, as one of the... So I think financial corruption, and I call this all as administrative corruption. Because I cannot accept that you as a Minister of Health send me a doctor who is not efficient. Say, I want this to be in the medical city, for whatever reason. This is on the 1st, you can imagine this is 1st of March 2005, opening the internet, cafe, this is a kidney dialysis, one of the most up-to-date, new library, I can't remember what else actually, surgical and medical halls, other than the conference hall that you saw, and it will be at the end. One of the chaps there was my driver. By the way, people talk these days about Sunni and Shia. He's a Sunni Hadithi. Wajdi is Sunni pediatric surgeon. This is a Shia. Iraq never really talked about that. Of course there are differences between Catholic and what. This is the first time we talk about it like that. This chap, that one was the last time I saw him, was my very close driver and became bodyguard. And day after that, he was coming to take me to a meeting and never seen him. I saw his body 2 weeks later. Sorry to mention that to you, but that's the reality. This is a nephrologist at the medical city, Dr. Mundawi. I just put this quickly. So you see, we stocked a lot of things down here. A lot of stock. You can buy it. You have money, you can buy everything. But why they don't buy it? Okay. This is the surgical, one of the halls in the Baghdad Teaching Hospital. I didn't put that music. Okay. Right. Can I take that there while you are watching? We may have some more questions. Probably we talked more than allowed, but I'll leave that at this stage. That's okay. Thank you very much for listening.
Is there any more questions that you have? Assalamu alaikum, Doctor.
something short of a miracle you've actually done in Baghdad Medical City. Can I just ask you about medical students, because obviously it's a teaching hospital. What impact has the war actually had on the student intake? Do you actually get medical students, or is it just decreasing?
Is the main medical student, the main of the, was the first in the Middle East and the main in Iraq. Major impact actually, because the students themselves have difficulty in coming and going. That's one problem. Number two, the teachers, the lecturers, professors and others. The patients themselves not always have the same. Lately we started getting too much casualties and trauma, so many elective admissions were not there. People keep their illnesses and sometimes they die of it. The absence of lack of medicine was another problem. But the professors, and this is the real loss, and I don't know if it's going to be replaced and when. So many lectures were given by second hand, if you like, second hand or second class type of lecturer. That doesn't mean they are bad, but that's their ability. They are not used to their teaching skills. And the changes, and sometimes there's none, just none of them. They left. Assistant of the dean was assassinated. Two of them, one after another. One of them resigned not to be assassinated. 6 months later was assassinated. The dean, Hikma left to Syria. He's working there now, and so on. A major impact. The postgraduate even worse. Talking about postgraduate in everything: surgery, medicine, thoracic surgery, and dentistry. The dentistry dean left his job as a dean. I don't know. Actually, I suggested over maybe 2 years ago that some of these has to stop because we're not producing what we are. Undergraduate is still managed in Baghdad with difficulties. Some other places, there are 17 medical schools in Iraq, which is too much for Iraq actually. But some of them were compensated. The level of the training, don't quote me please, some may not like it, I'm looking at them now, deteriorated because of all these factors. Do you blame them? I can't blame them. Actually, some of them, they come to the exam so prepared, some of them not well prepared. Those who are so prepared, how did they read? They had 1 hour electricity the last week. 3 or 4 hours. They don't have generators at home. Not many people have. But they work very hard, and they're very hardworking, intelligent, dedicated. And some are not, of course. I find them all. Yes, please.
What was the main reason you left and came back to school? Was your life
increasingly I felt frustrated with the system, that I couldn't change it. The risk became increasingly high. And imbalance, what I'm doing there. I personally started getting to the ministry, and who's going to kidnap me? It became, to start with, I can't say I trusted the terrorists, but even the terrorists, I didn't fear them. I kept my relationship with God very good, and I felt I'm doing it for everyone who would be benefit from kidnapping me. But increasingly, I irritated some corrupted people from all colors, and I started, when I go to the ministry, who are supposed to be, my employer, I carry a gun, and to walk within the complex at night, I was not allowed by bodyguards. My bodyguards, other than Ala, who was killed about 2 years now, Haidar, Hussein, Salam, they were hit on 2 different occasions and got my cars riddled with bullets. Was I a target? I was not in the convoy. Was I a target or not? But if you cannot be productive as you should be, and your life threatened, actually my health deteriorated. I started to have, after the weeks, my heart started. But I got that back, thank goodness. Thank you for asking. I was not personal really, it's not just... and the situation, by the way,